the black people, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't doze no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around that can't protect us. We see the lies now.
WIFTBPM. Since 2018, nearly 3,000 tax credit scholarships have been awarded to black students in Illinois to attend private schools that best fit their needs. Now, Governor Pritzker wants to slash this program. In a time of much uncertainty, we need greater equity in education for our families and children, not less. Call your state representative and senator and urge them to stand up for our kids and their future by supporting the Tax Credit Scholarship Program. For more information, visit empoweredillinois.org.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the green side of things. It's your man, Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
Motivated by the days of sandwiches of spam. Grilled cheese won't stop me from grilling those who are stealing the peace and safety of the community because they releasing death and destruction on the community. A community where the people look like me and them. A place where mama and them stay. Not too far from where their children stay. You right. I want a peaceful neighborhood, and I'm not moving to the suburbs to have a peaceful neighborhood. Do we really have to take this, acting like we don't recognize this, still cooperate with this? You know what? The hell with this. Ram me behind a mic that's shaped like a middle finger, pointing straight up with my middle finger to any poor politician, dealer, deaf, crooked cop, or lazy parent. It's apparent to create change, you have to have a work ethic that make it seem like you lost your brain, standing out like the Willis Tower. It's a brother that represents dedication, discipline, and dream reaching, accompanied by a voice called power. Who rhyming harder than a rebel with the pen? Representing the city of Point Guards is an extra large MC who rhymes always on point, always rhyming with a point behind the flow. One of my students said the rhyme so hard we should stop calling it flow. Let me tell you something else before I go. I was born to stand tall. I was born in Chicago.
That is Brother William Morris. Appreciate you, brother. Much love. Chicago, homegrown. Every Tuesday and Thursday from 1
to 3 p.m. on
What's in It for the Black People Media.
Reach the ruler. This is Week Ho Wednesday, and to my right is Everybody's Women Crush Wednesday. My co-host, the one and only Toy. It goes, love this show, y'all. I'm dealing with a guy. We have been dating for 9 months. In light of everything going on in the world, he has been voicing his opinion about situations, and I don't agree with any of his views. I love everything else except his opinions.
Damn.
How do I fix this? FYI, he's white.
It's about to be a white boy summer.
So could that be the issue?
For sure. Just come out different when it's not coming from your own race. It's just never been something I'd be like, oh, I date Bill.
I'm just a Bill. Yes, I'm only a Bill.
I don't really like light-skinned guys. I don't like pink meat.
Pink, so like it's like you see it.
Pink tip, it be pink.
And then pink on
Yeah,
the tip.
I don't like.
So sometimes a light-skinned guy have a dark tooth.
And then it look dark,
And you
so it's
be-
nasty off to me.
Okay, so
I feel
now
like
you-
it's supposed to be pink because they light-skinned. You know what I'm saying?
but
But I don't
because
want
it's
it
not-
to be dark because
because
then
it's
I'm gonna
not.
say you dirty.
We out west with it, where we live illegal, leaning off the leader, riding regal, tipping scales like Libras. Inhale, no L's, pulling out blocks like Jenga. In the rear of a Caprices, Billy Rams, flicking decent nonetheless. Nothing less than tens for the speakers. You'll hear us before you see us with beats that beat the streets up. Yeah. So try and keep up and keep it low key, cuz police try and treat us and keep us on a leash, cuz that's how they see us, thinking we nuts. Cuz we'll die for the ground beneath us, because this land made us. This land made of players that stay on paper. That's how we came up amongst the mayhem to the day when we display what we made of. The game can never change us, the West Side teaches. On these streets where you find that D before G. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it, you just gotta been a plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea. On the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it, I'm posted, let me know what y'all on. Cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it, yes sir. Hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into strength. Smell the grind in the air, take a whiff, only the nose knows the aroma. pose, the money rolls that fold up, holding cold cups. Searching for those that got the purple O's for the $4. And we can go nuts and stay at the stove like grocers. And post up with O's on the table like coasters. That's how the game coached us, made us all in the soldiers. Now that dough is the focus, so know that we own this. Molded by the hood role models, riding good, the latest model, drinking good, raising bottles like we just missed a pothole. You got to know that it's impossible to stop our flow. We've seen it all from watching cops reload, 30s a dro, while drinking the night away until the block got slow. You'll know as soon as you see us, we the ones laid back in the cut. My demeanor seems to always get me up. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it. You just got a bit of plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea, on the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it. I'm posted, let me know what y'all on, cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it. Yes sir, hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into strength. Yeah, home of the survivor, survival of the fittest in the town. It's wicked, you can J down. In a minute, what am? What's the business? The biz is how you down and get it. From Cape Town, the fifth city that sounds the fifth's empty. When we tipsy, it's risky. Where the lick be, at least 10 deep, it tempts me. But there's no mystery where the chips be, the tips G. Just our history from the 60s. Pimping ain't easy, but we bleed it. This here game is in our veins, in the air we breathe in. Believe this, it's no game. But the key is your mouthpiece, spit your game. But believe, turn nothing into something. We suffer without supper long enough. Struggling from summer to summer, the same place where the dope is sold. It's home to the Oprah show, the same place I know is home. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it. You just got up in a plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea, on the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it. I'm posted, let me know what y'all on, cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it. Yes sir, hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into
things first. What is a man and a woman? What is a husband and wife? Once you find that out and learn what a man is supposed to be and what a woman is supposed to be, that's what they don't want you to get back to. When you learn that, then the black community rises.
This is a traffic jam.
Other rappers pink, I'm the Black Panther. Spit sick, illmatic, bring black cancer. Black music, black stanzas, black rights, black Mirandas. Kick game like the Fab Five in the black socks. 2 fingers in the air, beats to my black ops. Middle fingers rose to those who want black slot. Fuck white cops as well as black cops. Check it, life's a gamble. White and black dice. FIFA ain't up in the jungle, not the white and black type. Black man cannon only have black wives. Unless you want a genocide, all black life. Make black queens, make more black kings. Made math for science, make more black things. Stop the black on black and black on brown. Roll up that now, put out that black and male. Put your hands up whenever black get down. It's a pack house whenever black in town. I'ma get it in, watch me black out. Black out, black out, black out, black out. Yeah, put your hands up whenever black get down. It's a pack house whenever black in town. I'ma get it in, watch me black out. Black out, black out, black out, black out. Yeah, back to the Renaissance, this black art. Nigga, the roots, black thought. The black back king, a black hope. Black power one, whenever black vote. Thou shall not back talk to the black god. Jews I rock worth more than a black card. Do what I want, when I want, can't be blackballed. Do it for my people, do it for the black cause. Master of ceremonies, never be black slaves. What help fill many more black graves. To the white race, blacks pray. To white Jesus, to many blacks pray. Overstand a strong man, black man. The laws of the land is a lose black's plan. Stop the black on black and black on brown. Roll up that now, put out that black and mouth. I'm saying put your hands up whenever black get down. It's a pack house whenever black in town. I'ma get it in, watch me black out. Black out, black out, black out, black out. Nigga, put your hands up whenever black get down. It's a pack house whenever black in town. I'ma get it in, watch me black out. Black out, black
to the most dangerous show in the morning.
The Fraternal Order of Police. It is the President, John J. Catanzara Jr.
We all saw the Anjanette Young video.
Naturally, when someone hears, I didn't do it, you got the wrong place, you just discard it. You have an obligation to make sure that the rest of the place that you're doing a search warrant on is secure.
Okay, so you used the word naturally. And when you watch that video, naturally, a natural reaction would have been to provide her with some coverage for her naked body.
Have you ever been to police?
And so
have you ever been to police?
Let me finish my question. So a natural reaction was not what we saw from those white police officers.
A natural police reaction is to secure the scene.
So a natural police reaction is different from a natural
Well, we're
human
talking
reaction.
about police. We're not talking about you going into a building. We're talking about the police going into a building.
Hence why in the beginning of the question, I related it to training. Are police officers trained to not see black people as human? And so police training would make them naturally react to see me as an animal?
I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer because that's just an ignorant statement to make. They went in there looking for an offender.
Who was not there.
Do you know that until you searched the whole place?
They did. They searched and she stood there naked.
And at that point...
After they had the scene secure, she still stood there naked.
Again, I already conceded the fact that they could have did a better job covering her up. But her race had nothing to do with it. And you're going to keep implying it. I'm going to keep telling you you're absolutely wrong.
Let me ask you a question. Of training? Is it a lack of proper training?
No.
I don't know about it. I keep telling you, you got the wrong place. You got the wrong place.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. We will kill you for our woman.
My brothers and sisters. Yeah, no bullshit at the pulpit with questions for the reverend, like why I gotta die to go to heaven, or are these lies and deception a sign of what's next, to deny my progression to my soul through my spirit from my mind and my flesh. You be hard pressed to alter my perspective. It's reflective of my perception. All the lives and the tribes that's affected, dying quick, effects from environments neglected, disconnected, disrespected. This the same section we never invest in. Our own sales from our own shells, become owners on our own. They get on with our own help. Yeah, creators of our own world, communicate. We accumulated our own wealth. Created in this image, so when I say it, I meant it. Do the science for yourself. My brothers and sisters, we ain't niggas and bitches.
Hey, Gino.
What's the Benoski?
Happy Monday, bro. And it's actually Monday today.
You see the stretch. you see the
That's the Tybo wind down, low key. Shout out to my mom. I used to watch her do that back in the early 2000s.
Billy Blanks?
Yeah, man. That's the wind down to it after all the double times.
You know, there's a certain way to do that, though. You know, you're supposed to be looking straight ahead. You know, most people
keep your eyes straight.
They just you gotta have your head straight.
Okay.
And then it's
See, I feel like technique is the most important thing.
It
you know
is.
what I mean? You can't just roll your neck and be like, I did it.
Yeah.
You know?
You'll go to sleep and wake up with even worse neck pain.
And you don't want that. Hey, you are officially back down on the soil, kicking it with the bigs. Happy Monday, everybody tuned in. We are live from the West End for the Black People Media Studios. Shout out to Sonia Escobar, the super producer. Happy to see you every time you in here, Sonia.
Let's go. What's the Benoski?
I'm just really excited about the Bears.
Yes. Oh, dog, come on.
Yeah,
And explain it to me.
Oh, I can't.
Also, Esco wasn't here on Friday.
Yes, we got to bring you up to speed. Justin Fields, the 11th pick in the draft after the Bears traded up, man. I'm still on a natural high from the Bears doing that because they ended up having a very complete draft. They took a left tackle and they got some tackle news.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. We
get into that a little bit later.
Get into the rest of the draft picks. I think the Bears, I don't know if they were top 5 in draft this weekend, but they finished among the top 15. I would say they had one of the better drafts in the league this year.
A lot of the pundits are giving them high ratings. So you know what? You never know if it's going to pan out. I feel like it's always good to say you got a good draft bunch, but you still got to wait till they hit the field.
Got to hit the field. Got to go through OTAs. Got to get
you want them to say you got a nice bunch. You know?
All day. A lot of those guys, the transition, man. A lot of guys transitions. They transition smoother than others. Some guys, it takes a minute, depending on. A lot of it depends on scheme and technique and coaching and organization. All before you even get to the organization. But yeah, when you get to the organization. But I mean, when the college experience, depending on what type of system you came from, depending on what kind of schemes you ran in those systems, you may be able to make a smoother transition than others. But if you're just a boss overall, it's a seamless transition. So looking for those guys that the Bears drafted that they say are going to make an immediate impact, I'm looking forward to it, man, because like I said, that pandemic playoff appearance last year, it was cool, with all this, under all the circumstances. They stayed fairly healthy for the majority of the season, minus our guy Tariq. But again, you know how I feel, T. Anytime you can get a piece of playoff experience for your younger guys, it bodes well for you going forward. So
definitely. Speaking of playoffs, we got D-Rose. I feel like I want to talk about D-Rose because he's still killing. And I feel like every day now, it's a different person saying something about Derrick Rose. Oh, look at he's back, blah, blah, blah. I want to talk about it a little bit. And honestly, Gino, I kind of woke up with a weird thought. Like, can this cat be Sixth Man of the Year? Can D-Rose grab
D-Rose
that?
definitely should be in the. I don't necessarily think he'll get it, but he should definitely be in the. He should be.
I'm
one
not
of the
sure
top
who else is
getters.
in the running for that. Like, who else is
we can talk
on deck
about
for that?
We'll get to it. We got our thoughts. I got my thoughts about it. The season is coming down to an end, so I got my thoughts about it.
Finally, if this season has been a drag. I feel like this has been the season that never ended from the bubble. So
LeBron is back in the news.
Yes, is this about the play-in game?
About him?
I saw he came back a couple of days ago.
The play-in game. Him not ever being 100% healthy, just, it's nothing like LeBron back in basketball news.
We can discuss that a little bit for sure, man. You're going to be at Wrigley tonight?
Might not be.
You're not going to be at Wrigley tonight?
I mean, of course I will be, but it's looking like it I hope.
I saw it. I was looking at the weather
I
today.
like the way MLB is starting to handle these things, man. Don't have us sitting around. Bro, I was having this talk with somebody the other day. I can't remember who it was. Who was I talking to? And they was like, well, man, how does it work with the rain? Oh, it was Darnell. I met up with Darnell.
Okay.
We was just kicking it. And I was on my way to Wrigley. So he was like, well, man, it's looking kind of gloomy out here. And I'm like, yeah, the forecast says, though, it's going to pass over and we'll have baseball. And he was like, well, man, how does it work with a rain delay? And I'm like, I just looked at him. I said,
that's how the people that decide look at each other. Esco, they be like, what we going to do today?
Man, we going to cancel this game 4 hours before. We just going to run it. It's not a doubleheaders or 7 innings. Call the game, man. Don't have us sitting there. Because first of all, they called a rain delay.
Mm-hmm.
They pulled a tarp on the field. Once they pull the tarp off the field, there's still a 30-minute delay. You still got to ramp the players back up. They still got to stretch. They still got to warm up. So it's still an extra 30 minutes on top of the already delayed baseball game, which is usually going to be at least 3 hours. Bro, I'm not trying to be in no baseball. As much as I love the game, as much as I love the press box and the experience and just being around baseball, I'm not trying to be at no ballpark for 5 hours, though.
Close to 7, low-key. You remember the rain delays before the pandemic? We would be there a couple of hours before.
No, sir.
You know what I mean? Gino, but last week or the week before, the White Sox postponed the game like 20 minutes before it was supposed to start, bro.
20 minutes?
20 minutes, dog. And I'm sitting there like, are they going to get, what? Of course, you know how it goes. It's like, what's the word? Are they going to cancel this? Like, everybody's here now.
20 minutes. Like, y'all look at the forecast more. Do y'all got the AccuWeather forecast? Like, y'all got the accurate, just the most accurate forecast possible known to man. Like,
see, now the White Sox will try to get a couple of beer sales up out of here.
Of course they will.
before they postpone the game.
It always works on me.
Because that's how it works.
Everybody got a hot dog and a beer. Okay, we can't do this one.
Give them another.
You'll get tickets to the 10 o'clock game tomorrow when you got work. You took off today. Okay, yeah. So
yeah, just do me a solid, man. Because this determines whether I'm hooping or not tonight. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to the game, then I gotta go to the gym early. If not, I'm still gonna go to the gym early, but then I'm a hoop later. If not, I just get my shots up.
And
I take a shower.
6:30?
6:40.
Okay.
So I go to the gym around 3, get my shots up, take a shower around 5, chill at the gym for about a half hour, and then go straight to Wrigley. But if we ain't playing tonight, then I can get my hoop in tonight. So.
Definitely need to just go ahead and say it because it looked terrible outside right now. It's foggy in the mug. It's like,
oh wow.
Baseball guys, I'm asking y'all right now, wherever you are, wherever you are, look out for your boy early, man.
Gino,
I want to see Mookie Betts.
You know what? I was telling Ja, I was like, yo, Gino lucky. He get to see the Dodgers next week.
I want to see Mookie. I want to see Clayton. I want to see those guys. I haven't seen these guys. Well, I haven't seen Mookie ever.
The champs is in the building,
Yeah, we used to seeing the champs.
Yeah,
we flew out to LA to see the champs.
Definitely, anytime the Dodgers in town, it's busting.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Let me know something early, man. Let me know something early, man.
The baseball guys are usually on your side, bro. Like, I think I told you last year, it's crazy how often the baseball guys are on your side.
They owe me, man.
Yeah, Joe. So I feel like it's definitely, I think y'all should get ready for that game to be postponed since Gene just put that out there in the universe.
I'm waiting on the Julian Green email.
Come on,
I don't
Jay.
know why the hell Julian Green has been on the Cubs post-game presser the last 3 or 4 days. I hope my boy Jason Carr is all good.
I feel like everybody needs some time off, but you never know.
Well, Peter Chase never had a day off.
Oh no, you know how Peter got down.
Jason is a different guy. Jason
You see, now Peter been going for a minute too. Peter was on that race on the marathon with Peter, and you know how Jason could look. About halfway through the season.
I saw how Jason could look an eighth of the way through the season. He like, let me get a week off, man. So Julian Green has been holding it down.
I saw the emails.
Yeah, Julian is good though. He got it all together. But send me the email by the time we get up out of here, man, so I can put together my afternoon/evening.
I feel you on that. Gino. Go ahead and make it happen, Cubs. Other than that, what else we got to talk about? A new injury on the south side, bro.
2 injuries. They simultaneously. I saw Luis get carried off.
Yeah, man.
Ian Happ got carted off.
Wow, I didn't know Ian Happ got carted off, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So what happened to Luis? I saw him running down the. Oh, I heard his hip flexor, right?
It's the official word is a hip flexor, but when it happened, it looked like it could have been much worse. He ran out of infield hit and stumbled through first, and then didn't put his right foot down. And kind of tumbled over and didn't put any weight on it as he left the field.
On his foot. So he had his...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, he turned over keeping just the leg in the air. So just a couple innings later, they came back and said that the x-rays were negative and that it was a hip issue and that I think Juan Carlos Stanton had the same injury for the Yankees yesterday.
That man, do you know exactly where your hip flexor is?
Is it like right on where is it?
No, it's here.
It's like on your pelvis.
It's in your it's like in there. Because that's what the physical therapist does to me. He's like, man, let me test your hip flexor. And I'm thinking he's gonna go on my hip and he gets in here and it's like you take it, you breathe in, and then when you breathe out, he pushes down. And I'm like, that's my hip flexor? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I had no idea.
Nah, so I don't want that hurt.
And so now you think about it, running anything, your hip flexor, bro. You can't do anything without it. So hopefully Luis is all right because this is injury bug, man.
Man, the injury bug has hit the Sox hard, Eloy. And ain't no telling when he's coming back. I've seen people kind of tease that he could be back at the end of the summer, but I wouldn't count on it, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Of course, they're gonna play it safe with Eloy, but the thing is, if you lost Luis for like an extended period of time, anything past, like maybe a couple months, then it was gonna hurt bad.
No, that's real. That's real.
They're lucky that they found Yermin. You know what I mean? And he was able to step in with the bat, but to try to fill the void of Eloy and Luis, good luck with that one. So I think they dodged the first bullet. Now it's just, okay, how long is it going to be? I've seen people say 4 to 6 weeks, and if that's the case, then you're wiping your forehead as a White Sox fan,
That's real. And Tony La Russa.
Oh, man.
Keep Yermin in the lineup, bro. I don't want to turn on another game and
For real?
see Yermin not in the lineup.
Did you see why he wasn't in the lineup yesterday?
No.
So he was late to the stadium.
Yeah, okay.
I kind of respect that from Tony
all
La
right.
Russa,
Well,
man.
yeah, okay.
I mean, the dude is a rookie, and yes, he's been killing it. But if the rule is you don't play if you're late, then be on time.
Okay, I didn't know that.
You know what I mean?
Okay, Yermin, have you seen Yermin's Instagram swag?
I can only imagine.
I'm gonna need you to check it out.
I've seen this press conference. I can only imagine what Instagram is like.
I'm gonna need you to people. Now that makes sense because Yermin has a wicked swag about him.
Yeah, the man. Remember, he's a superstar back at the crib. Like,
I bet.
Like the man was a star before he got here.
Check his gram.
Oh God, should I be like prepare myself, Gino?
Just think about.
He's one of the guys.
Yoan Moncada.
Oh, yeah. Come on, I know exactly what it is now.
So.
But you know what? Honestly, as Tony La Russa, I still think, watching a 9-inning game is a few instances where I'm like, I'm not like a Major League Baseball manager.
By any means.
But maybe you should get up, Tony. Maybe you should go get this guy. You know what I mean? Maybe you should do something.
Tony like,
Exactly. He's like, man, it's May 1st, fam.
Give me
what
a
you
minute.
mean?
Right. Let the kids play.
Exactly. Everybody need to get a little burn, The man loves Jake Lamb. I don't know what's up with him and Jake Lamb, but he ends up in the lineup a little more often than not. But they got the Cincinnati Reds on tap for a 2-game series starting tomorrow. Dylan Cease. No, they're on the road. They're back on the road. So, and they're going from Cincinnati to Kansas City. So
they're gonna need some pitchers gonna have to come ready because Cincinnati is on fire. They putting
that
up
offense,
numbers,
bro.
I mean, the Cubs are huff, so putting up numbers against the Cubs is like, whatever. But
they got a nice lineup.
No, they do. Up and down that lineup, they got some strokers. Pause.
I think that was a legitimate pause.
It was.
I almost like choked.
I rarely pause. No home. Oh, no, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, pause.
Yeah, pause. But yeah, Nikki 2 times, Joey Votto, Nick Senzel, Winkler leading off. It's guys up and down that lineup that can do some damage, man. Eugenio Suarez, bunch of guys that can put in some work. So Dylan Cease, I hope he can come in tomorrow and kick it off for the Sox because they're going to need it because them bats are alive in Cincinnati.
He had a 7-inning complete game.
I saw that.
And so if we can get another gem from him, that'd be great. I got a hot question for you, though, Gino.
Come on with it.
Did you see Hove is in the news? Did you see the latest piece of Hove news?
I saw the Nas and Hove. So first of all, I still have not heard the Nas and Hove song.
You ain't pressed play on it not one time this weekend, man, just to see what was to it.
I'm gonna do it today just because you said so. But I saw my boy Nas talking about he was a cryptocurrency Scarface. Now I can only imagine how whack the bar sound. Now I'm not mad at him. I love Esco. It's my favorite guy of all time. I'm not mad at the bar, but I can only imagine how corny it sounded because I can know how me knowing Nas, I already know how he led up to calling himself the cryptocurrency Scarface.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, of course, like you just hit the nail on the head. It's like a nestled right in between some vintage Nas like lead up. Yeah, I mean, but Gino, obviously, man, that was I feel like Khaled. I don't know what went into that one, man.
Yes,
That one was bad. You know what I mean? I don't think they sound their best. They sound kind of old. Yeah, I mean, Nas sounds 50.
Nas has sounded, in the words of one of our guys who shall remain nameless due to future business endeavors, but he is official in that industry. He said, man, them guys was kicking Thursday night double ARP bingo bars.
You know,
and again, Esco, so that's what we were talking about. King 7, our boy 7-1, he said, man, now if they'd have came through talking about they got the sticks, then we'd have been salty at them. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really need to hear Nas with the tech in the army lining jacket. I don't really need to hear that. But
y'all can have some fun on the track though. Like that track just wasn't all that fun.
It was boo-boo.
It was kind of dry. You know what I mean? It didn't have like the energy that I thought it would have.
The luster that those guys usually, because first of all, it's Nas and Hov on the track, so I can only imagine that Nas. See, Hov has always been a boss. His talk has always been boss. He's always had money from 88. You know, what's the difference in a 4.0 to a 4.6? That talk. Nas has had his share of boss talk over the years, but Nas is at his best when he's dropping gems, when he's kicking the knowledge, when he's just, coming from the soul. I feel like his boss talk, and I'm not mad at him because, again, this guy has caked up over the last 10 years. I'm not mad at his boss status. But his boss bars, I don't think I really want to hit him. And then
he's not the flashy type, you know?
No, he is to a certain extent. Gear in his own way. But boss talk and money talk, I don't need that. Then I saw Hov talking about intermittent fasting. I said,
look, but see now Hov, I feel like Hov is always gonna give you a piece of something. He had the B line, you know what I mean, where Beyonce kind of chimed in a little bit. The triple B's.
Okay, what is this?
I want you to hear it. You know what I mean? So, but then they got the video for it. You know what I always enjoy though, which was a part of this, is James Fauntleroy. Like, I don't know.
Oh, he got Fauntleroy on. Yeah. I did. Okay.
Yeah, he
that'll reel you in.
Exactly. You know how he's coming with the sound. Okay. You know what I mean? And him on the whole track. Honestly, he may have been the best part. You know what I mean?
So bro said, I think Hov talk billionaire talk on that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Hov gonna give you something. You know what I mean?
And again, I'm not mad at them guys. You know, I'm glad that these guys are 50-year-old bosses, you know, moving on to the, you know, kind of moving into that, you know, ascending to the next level. And you know, kind of, yeah, it is what you're supposed to do. But the bars, and again, you know, the argument is always about, well, man, we don't never tell rock and roll musicians and all these other guys when they get old to retire. And it's like, I'm not telling Hov, or I don't care if Hov retires. No, but I'm not telling Nas to retire. But
and I think in a way we do tell some of them old rocker mugs. Okay. It's like, just stay on tour. Just give us the live show. Okay. We don't necessarily need new music from you. You know what I mean?
That's
Reese in the comments says,
I don't even need to see what he said. Exactly. I already knew what road he was on.
Man, but see,
so is that the Hov news you were talking about?
No, I was talking about his stance on one of his classic songs, man, Big Pimpin'. He says he regrets it, and he can't believe that he said some of the things that he said.
Hov, come on, man.
On that particular song.
Hov, come on, brother. Now, yes.
That was my whole summer.
That was everybody's whole. Come on, Esco.
That's like it's give me some engraved in my DNA.
Give me some bars off of that. Some Hov bars.
Okay, let me see.
Let me bring them up real quick. Big Pimpin'.
Spending Cheese. Hold on, I want one of the vulgar ones. You know what I mean? I'm talking about.
Here we go.
And I hate waiting. Hold your ass in. You know what I mean?
We do.
What verse was Hov? Love them, hug them.
No, the whole verse.
You feed them.
That was his verse.
Keep looking good. But I don't.
That's Hov. Yeah. He kicked it off.
Yeah. First time they bust some fever.
Talking about what's the reason? I'm a pimp in every sense of the word.
Bitch. Never trust and believe them.
In the car I keep them. Sunny and nut. Sunny to beat it up in this beat. Picking them up.
Let them play with it in the truck.
Many chicks want to put Jigga fist in cuffs. Divorce him, split his bucks.
Just because you got good, I'm gonna break bread so you could be living it up.
Yeah, parts with nothing. Y'all be frontin'. Me give my heart to a woman.
Not for nothing. Never happened. I'll be forever macking. There we go.
Assassins. I got no passion.
I got no patience, and I hate waiting.
Ho, get your ass in and let's ride.
And see now,
Hov, stop it.
About to say,
Hovs, come on,
is
man.
that not like the typical Jay-Z verse? Like, is that not like what he said on 70%?
Hov, you can believe you said it, Hov. You know why? Because you said it.
Yeah, the worst part of that, I guess, if in today's world, is the name, like Big Pimpin'. That may offend some. Was
Superhead in the video?
She may have been. I think it was Lisa Guerrero, or because I remember the Pimp C story from that video shoot.
I think it was Superhead. And then Jay, took her.
Was it Superhead? Superhead was in a lot of videos.
Smoking out, pulling up.
Come on, keeping lean up in my cup. Come on. Yeah. All my car got leather and wood. Come on, Pimp.
In my hood, we call it buck.
Everybody wanna ball, holla brawl at the mall. If he up, watch him fall. Nigga, I can't fuck with y'all. If I wasn't rapping, baby, I would still be driving Mercedes. Come on.
Sipping daily, no resident till Whitey paid me.
Yeah, man. And you see,
come on, Hov.
Is that the Me Too? Is that the cancel culture kind of thing?
Hov is 50.
Is cancel culture real?
Cancel culture is real because if DMX was if it's dark and hell is hot and blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh was out now, DMX would be canceled. DMX would be super canceled. Black Lives Matter, you name it. They would be after DMX. He has some pretty ferocious bar work in them early albums.
But see now, I didn't get a chance to look and see what caused the comments, or why he ended up talking about Big Pimpin' in the first place. Because I'm wondering if he just offered it up like, before y'all come over here, let me just say my bad for that.
Because I saw something else where he said he was hoping that when he was done, and people remembered him in the same vein as Bob Marley and the greats.
You see now, and he got daughters. One thing I enjoy is growth in artists. And if he legitimately feels like that, then cool. But it was definitely kind of an out of the blue thing. I haven't seen anybody coming for Jay saying, apologize for Big Pimpin' Hov. I haven't seen anybody say that.
Maybe he was hungry.
Yeah,
maybe he's cooking up something. Maybe something's on the way, and he's just handling that before somebody else does. I don't know.
Oh, if you can do no wrong in the cult's eyes.
Yeah, just drop a song with Beyonce or something, and the rest of the world will love you.
I need to hear this B. Bro said something about it's a B to a triple B. Now that's another B. Some line. I like. Okay. Resaid Superhead wasn't in that. It was the Vita chick, Vita Guerrero, in the all white.
That's because Pimp took her like on some like, I'm Pimp C and I'm here and she's mine this weekend, y'all. Yeah. You see now, I'm from the XXL era in King magazine.
I didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, so I knew it was Vita
King
Guerrero.
magazine.
Yeah,
you remember when Free was supposed to be on there?
Oh yeah.
And that we got no shots that we were waiting on.
You got the PG-13 shots. Yeah. Remember the Melissa Ford? Yeah, all of those.
The good old days, man.
Yeah.
Hov, you don't have to apologize, bro.
But another, King magazine would have to be in a whole nother section of the store these days.
Yeah, Hov, you don't have to apologize, bro.
He already did.
Hey.
Now he's back to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going to listen to this Khaled, Nas, and Hov.
Give it a spin, because honestly, the reason I gave it a spin is because the last Khaled and Nas track I actually liked.
I couldn't even tell
the
you.
The one where he was talking about the bevel blade and he had the
he
video.
Was on the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That was a fun song. You know what I mean? It was fun. But this one is kind of like, what can I do to this one? I can't go to the club.
What does DJ Khaled do?
He is a hip-hop personality.
DJ Khaled featuring Nas, Hov, and James
Does he
Fauntleroy.
actually produce those songs, though? Mm-hmm. If he actually produces those? Okay.
So, yep.
Have you heard of Esco? Did you give it a spin yet?
Yeah.
Did you like
you heard the song. Okay.
Esco don't want to tell her because she like it.
You know I'm partial to Nas.
What is this song? Yeah. What is this album called? Khaled? No.
I think that's what it is.
Sorry, yes, this is.
Yeah, the song is
DJ
Sorry, Not
Khaled
Sorry.
is the. Okay.
Jen, I think people gotta understand, like.
This is my thing.
Okay, I'll step back.
I'm looking at the album credits.
We the best.
We the best. Another one. I'm looking at the credits.
Uh-huh.
And in the producer section, I see producers. I see DJ Khaled on every song. But I also see other producers on the songs as well. in the credits, in the writers section, I see DJ Khaled's name.
Who you think is, pushing the horn?
And you see other people's names.
Oh, I see the people who wrote the song.
Yeah, I see Khaled and the people that wrote the song.
Yeah, so shout out to DJ Khaled, man. The ultimate finesse. And he's used his. I'll never forget DJ Khaled when I saw him in Shotters.
Oh yeah, come on. That's when I
said, oh, he's a made man.
He's been around for a while, and I feel like that definitely goes into why he is who he is today.
No doubt.
I mean, it goes to something to be liked in the industry.
No doubt.
And if people just like want to give you, even if it's they throwaway versus Khaled's like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a platform.
And you know what, we got another one.
Get money, Khaled.
So yeah, I'm gonna give it a spin, man, and I'm coming back to you and Esco and.
They said a hip hop Quincy Jones.
Okay.
They don't want you.
A curator, like, they don't. You know what they said? I couldn't do another one, so I gave him another one.
Kenneth Steele said that Jay and Nas joined his grown man rap.
Nas had like a very husky voice on it.
Okay.
Kenneth, let me know, because I really want to know what that means. Like, do I need to live another 20 years?
You're a grown man.
Yes, I'm saying, like, do I need more years, bro?
What does grown man rap mean?
See, now, here's I'm gonna tell you what I felt like I wanted to do. Like, pour up some yak, sit back and reminisce.
When you heard that verse, I might have to listen to this during the break.
Sit back and just go throughout my.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna listen to it during the break. That's what I'm.
Don't do that. I don't think you got enough time in the break to marinate on it. Like, you're not gonna like it in between breaks.
All right, man.
I think you gotta throw the. Okay, if you're gonna throw the headphones on, go ahead. If you're gonna zone out for a few minutes, I'll let you do that.
All right, guys. Grown man rap. I'm the biggest Nas fan ever. So let's just leave that there. But the
undisputed
cryptocurrency Scarface, no way.
It's a new world, man. You better throw a crypto bar on your song.
Exactly. I gotta hear Hov how he threw intermittent fasting in there. Though. That's out of all the bars, I need to hear that one. I need to know how he got there.
Like you said, remember him like Bob, Joe. This is the final phase, Hov. Okay.
Okay. In other news, I was just scrolling yesterday. I watched the Cubs, and I finished watching Milwaukee and Brooklyn, and then I don't know what else I was watching. Then I watched Portland and Boston on NBA TV. So when that game went off, I went back to Hulu. I was just scrolling. And I came across this new wrestling series. It's like a biography. It's on A&E.
On A&E where they're doing the 6-part series.
Okay.
I told the guys about it last weekend because they just did Macho Man last night.
I watched Rowdy Piper.
Okay.
And then as it went off,
Stone Cold.
So Stone Cold was episode 1?
Yeah, and Stone Cold was episode 1, Piper was number 2,
and Macho was 3. So I watched Roddy Piper, and then as it went off, and then because I liked it, so you could go back and watch it at any time. So I went back and started from the jump. So I watched that, and then when it went off, and it was on live TV, the Macho Man was on. So I did the same thing, and when it went off, I went back and rewatched it. The good old days, man.
Honestly, bro, and I've only seen a little bit of the Stone Cold one, but oh my God, like the nostalgia in those, and even just the trailer for the Macho Man one, dog, like it just took me back to being like 8, 9. Ooh, yeah, you know.
I think Macho Man.
I call it the end of Macho Man's career. You know,
like the mid,
like the Slim Jim Macho Man, snap it to a Slim Jim.
Late 90s.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Oh yeah.
My brother. Oh my gosh.
He was a Macho Man.
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, I think the Macho Man, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is probably the coldest wrestling match I've ever seen in my life to this day. And I'm the Andre the Giant, because I think Andre the Giant and the Hulkster, and Ricky the Dragon and Macho Man, I think that was the same WrestleMania. I think it was WrestleMania 3.
Okay.
So it was the same bill, and obviously Andre the Giant and the Hulkster was like, that was it. But Macho Man and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat stole the show. It was just like the perfect match. The Macho Man is he's got to be top 5.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's got to be top 5. He could damn near be top 3. The Hulk. I mean, my era. Like, see the Stone Cold era. I'll stop watching wrestling with Stone Cold.
You didn't see none of Stone Cold?
No, none. I saw no Stone Cold. None. The Rock, none. All of those guys, I felt I was too old then. I was 18 already. Wrestling was, once I found out it wasn't real.
By the time I was 18, I was out. But The Rock, though, oh man. The most electrifying man in sports entertainment.
See, but that's the thing. It was more about the entertainment.
But see, now they was cold wrestlers, though.
I'm sure they were.
With the rock bottom.
I'm sure.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
The perfume guy.
Him versus the Undertaker.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow. See, I don't even know that one. Y'all schooling me now.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, your era was more, they had the blueprint of the wrestlers, but it was more about the storyline and the entertainment than just the actual wrestling match. Like, that's all we had was the wrestling match. They started to pick the entertainment value up when they brought, like, Cyndi Lauper, when they started to implement, like, entertainers into it.
When Vince McMahon got involved.
Yeah, when he got involved and he went from the ring to behind the scenes. So that's when the entertainment value started to pick up. But back then,
so go ahead, finish.
No, I'm just saying, like, Hulk Hogan.
Tell him, brother.
Let me tell you about these 24-inch pythons, brother.
Oh yeah.
You know, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and you can get 24-inch pythons too, like the Hulkster, brother. You know, I had the 16-inch Hulkster. I had the ring. I know you did.
Yeah,
I know y'all.
I definitely had the ring. But see, now for us, it was Stone Cold and The Rock, but of course it was DX.
See, yeah.
It was Mankind, and they got one of the parts is on Mick Foley. So it's gonna be on Dude Love.
I saw
Mankind.
Mick Foley. See, no, that's a different series. That's the series with Mick Foley. No, that might.
Yeah, Mick Foley is one of the dudes. I think he's coming after Macho Man.
Okay.
Yeah, because they've been bouncing like from era back and forth.
Okay.
Like they'll do an old cat or a newer dude, then an older dude, then kind of bounce back. You know
but there's another series as well where they're going back and they're trying to find all of the old memorabilia.
That's Mick Foley's show.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the host of that show.
Him and his wife?
Yeah.
Okay. I just randomly got to that and they were talking to The Undertaker.
Oh, okay.
And they were trying to find like all his
Talk
roles.
about greatest wrestling matches ever. Mick Mankind versus The Undertaker.
Okay.
Where they threw Mankind on the bag of tacks, bro, and the man had tacks all over his back. And he got choke slammed from the top of the cage through the table. It's like, oh, man.
Yeah, that was probably...
It was next level.
Ooh, that's too much.
That's when Mugg started getting into backyard wrestling, and like me and my brothers doing wrestling moves on each other. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's when it got, people had to say, don't try this at home.
Man,
that's when they started adding that.
Wrestling is just, then they go back and they have all the other wrestlers talking up. So you got the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Okay.
Then they got Jake the Snake.
Oh, yeah.
And they just go back and they got all these different guys talking about.
I know you seen Dark Side of the Ring.
Of course. Saw all of them.
Now, that's some next level wrestling.
And that's what I felt like seeing Dark Side of the Ring and now watching these. There's a twist because I think A&E is more of a biography because there is more of the actual person than the people telling the story. Dark Side of the Ring was more of people telling the story. This one is a biography, so it's a lot of
the surrounding people.
Yeah, and them. And obviously Macho Man is dead, Roddy Piper is dead, but it has a lot of video footage of them, which makes it that much cooler. But Roddy Piper, man, just...
See, now, the first wrestling game we ever had was WWF In Your House. And it was Roddy Piper, Dog and Animal, all those guys. Like the first Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, when they was like, instead of Triple H, when they was calling him Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Okay.
That, you know what I mean?
See, yeah.
That was still kind of at the end of it. Like the Shawn Michaels era, did you catch that?
Shawn Michaels was Shawn Michaels was he in a group?
That's who's next. Yeah, because he was in DX.
That was a group?
Yeah, him and Triple H kicked off DX. Or a tag
team?
Well, no, it was a group because it was Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Chyna, Road Dogg, and Badass Billy Gunn and X-Pac.
Oh no, yeah, that was past my time, man.
I was X-Pac. I'm going to find a picture. I was X-Pac for Halloween one year. Really? With the whole, you dig, the bandana with the long hair, with the DX shirt, with the glasses.
Booker T was your era?
Booker T was definitely my era, but I wasn't a huge WCW guy.
See, and that's where it kicked off for me. Like WCW was before WWF. Well, now it's WWE, but the World Wrestling Federation came later. It was the world-class wrestling that's where Ric Flair and the Road Warriors the Four Horsemen and the Von Erichs.
Oh, come on now. We messed with all of them dudes.
That was WCW.
The Von Erichs and the Four Horsemen.
That was WCW, bro. That's where it started because when you go back and think about it, and we were kids then, so we didn't know. But when you think about it, these they were like regioned off. So WCW was like Texas and the southern states. Then you had where the Macho Man. So the Macho Man, this guy actually made AAA baseball.
He made
He was in AAA, bro.
Oh, okay, yes,
with
sir.
the White Sox.
Yes, sir. Oh, come on. I'm about to start digging through some team pictures. I gotta find that one.
Randy Poffo, because his brother was Leaping Lanny Poffo. So, but Randy Savage was in AAA with the White Sox.
Now, wrestling could be fake, but these dudes is real athletes. I believe it. You know?
He said he tore his shoulder up, separated his shoulder, so he had to learn how to pitch and catch with his other hand. So he was the only catcher. He was a catcher.
Okay.
So he said he learned how to catch with both hands, learn how to throw with both hands.
Nasty.
But they said that the White Sox thought he looked funny.
And
they wouldn't promote him.
They bogus.
And so they cut him and he quit. And his dad was like a wrestling legend. And he was like, man, how do you make it in wrestling? And he was like, he never looked back. But
wow,
looking at going back.
That was Macho Man, Ric Flair.
Yeah. Macho Man, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan.
Now I do, when it was NWO and the Wolfpack and Sting, we definitely, because Monday Night Nitro on TNT came on like an hour before WWF Monday Night Raw. So you could catch like the first hour of Nitro before you flipped over to USA for Raw.
Yeah, that was That was past my
Yeah,
my
I had
glory
my own
years.
TV. I didn't have to watch what my brother watched.
Yeah. So good thing I had a twin and we were just on the same page. We was like, yeah, we'll watch the first hour of Nitro.
That's old school. Arn Anderson, I see Fabe talking about.
I see Arn Anderson with the ripped off sleeves now.
Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. I saw my boy Greg. They had Greg the Hammer Valentine on there. I said, oh, this is Sting. I remember Sting was early. Sting was WCW.
Sting is a legend, you know?
Who else? I'm looking
Goldberg.
George the Animal Steel.
Oh, yeah.
The man used to eat the turnbuckle.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the comments, man, holding it down, man. Y'all know, wrestling was such a huge part of all of our upbringings, man. It was, when I found out wrestling was fake, I was heartbroken. When I found out I couldn't really get 24-inch pythons.
My brother wanted to fight me. I was like, "Are you serious? It's fake."
And you know, you know what ruined it for me? It was the and it's sad to say that it ruined it for me, but it was the day after Owen Hart died.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
see,
in the pay-per-view.
Now that was the Hart Foundation. Bret Hart and Owen Hart. They were the Hart Foundation before Bret Hart became a solo actor.
Can't believe we ain't mentioned Bret Hart. Yo, come on, Bret Hart.
Yeah, he was a main piece of Roddy Piper's story.
Yeah,
he told some wild
best
stories.
There was, dog.
Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Okay.
The best there was, the best there is, and the best there ever will be.
Yeah.
Come on. But yeah, when we saw all the guys. Yeah, I'm taking that.
Let's go. Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Yeah.
The Honky Tonk Man. Oh man, just like I said.
I loved watching it, so you know.
Okay. It was a spectacle.
Yeah.
It was like I told you, WWF used to come on at 11 o'clock on Saturdays on Channel 32. Before it was Fox, it was Channel 32. Then Sunday mornings, it was WCW. That would come on. You could get 2 hours of that. WWF was only 1 hour. Sunday mornings, WCW was 2 hours, 10 to 12, right before the Kung Fu flicks used to come on Channel 66. This was before cable TV, Channel 66.
From 10 to 12, that's
10 to 12, bro. The Von Erichs.
And then it became Univision. Yeah.
Remember it became Univision? The Von Erichs, the Road Warriors, Ric Flair. The Four Horsemen. Oh man, those was spectacular times, man. So make sure if y'all haven't seen it, I forgot the actual name of it, but it is on A&E. I don't know the name of the series. I think it might be called Biography. Roddy Piper.
The show. I think the show is Biography, but it's a 6-part special series on
A&E.
WWE Superstars.
Okay,
so it's WWE Legends. Yeah.
So you said Stone Cold was first, so I'm gonna go back and watch Stone Cold.
Bro, I gotta finish the Stone Cold one, G, because my childhood.
It'll take
when you hear that glass break, you just know what time it is. Like dun. Come on. You would have thought we were at the actual stadium every time the glass broke.
You were.
In the crib.
You were.
Get up.
You were.
You know? But yeah, man. Of course, I feel like wrestling has a special place in everybody's childhood. Even like my little cousins. Yeah, with John Cena and The Miz and guys that I had no idea really about, but my little cousins love. You know what I mean?
My girl cousins, the Divas.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The Divas. Remember what was the women's wrestling?
That's another thing probably get canceled from back in the day. Jerry the King Lawler and Puppies.
Jerry the King Lawler. He was on the Rowdy Piper episode. He was early though. Jerry the King Lawler was like early.
See, now he was an announcer in the Raw era.
Okay,
so he would be on the sideline talking about puppies, and he was talking about breasts. You know what I mean? It was
puppies.
Yeah, it was. He was the like the horny old man kind of role.
He was definitely the old man.
Yeah,
he was wrestling in the 70s.
Yeah, you couldn't have got away with it today. I feel like the broadcast now. I mean, Michael Cole is still on the broadcast. I call Summer WrestleMania.
Glow, that's what it was, cuz the female wrestling series, it was Glow.
Okay.
The Glorious Ladies of Wrestling. I remember that.
Remember Jacqueline and Sable? Do you remember them? Jacqueline was with Jeff Jarrett. And Sable was the wrestler that ended up doing Playboy.
Makes sense.
In the middle of the Raw era, and that was a whole thing. Yeah, man. Shout out to WWF for like kind of giving the kids of my generation a little edge, bro. Like we kind of grew up a little fast thanks to those guys. Thank you.
Yeah, go check the series out, man. Good stuff. I gotta finish watching the Macho Man episode. I was like an hour in. I'm like, it's cutting into my MLB to Showtime, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off and let me get downstairs to the show.
Is wrestling like sports? Like
oh yeah, it's no doubt. Wrestling.
Oh yeah,
wrestling
physical.
is other than like wrestling. My wrestling meant as much to my childhood as anything.
Oh come on! I still wish I can do the people's eyebrow. Yeah, I mean, I still can't get my eyebrow up like how The Rock did it. But
man, we used to try the wrestling moves on our little. We used to DDT my little cousin.
That's what I'm saying. My bad, cuz. Like I got visions of them like flying through the air because of.
Let's go, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
Yeah.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
My brother would choke me out.
That boy Rick Rude used to do. That boy Rick Rude used to hit you with a.
You gotta catch him with a sleeper hold out of nowhere.
Sleeper.
Yeah. TJ Strongbow. Yeah.
Man, Joe. Oh yeah, he said the Macho Man was definitely tough on his girl, Miss Elizabeth, because they were married in real life. Then do you remember Scary Sherry?
That's new to me. What about Rikishi? Do y'all remember?
Oh yeah, Rikishi. Oh,
yeah, the man that used to play in the sumo wrestling fit, and his finishing move was a butt to the face.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Kamala, the Ugandan giant.
Oh wow.
Coco Beware.
Oh man.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Oh, speaking of that, what about what was the homie that had? He was the pimp from the era. He had the. I don't even want to do it. Somebody in the comments got it. He had the ooh train, and that was his.
Was that my era?
No, this was from the Raw era.
Okay.
I need somebody to chime in with the name of the that wrestler for me. I got his picture in my head. But this is D'Lo Brown,
the Godfather,
the Nation of Domination. Yeah, the Godfather. That's his name. Who said? Yeah,
you
bro.
Know
of course,
who said it, right.
Of course. The Godfather, Joe. Come on.
Good old days, man. Go check out the series, man. Go get lost in the series. Take you back to your childhood. You get to see some of your old favorite wrestlers. Luckily, some of them are still alive to kind of tell the story and keep some of these legends.
That's part of the reason that Mick Foley said they did the series is because they felt like they were losing. Yeah, Esco. That elbow was real. But they felt like they were losing some of the guys. You know what I mean?
Every time when you see them.
Yeah, hey, they go through a lot over the years.
When you hear these stories, it's like, damn, man. Like
it was really
to be able to be Esco, I saw you back there with the people's elbow. But yeah, to understand what these, I mean, it was entertainment, it was TV for us, but behind the scenes, these guys, like they said, it wasn't like a season. These guys were on the road 300 days out of the year. Night after night.
Going.
You in Chicago one night, Indianapolis the next night, Tennessee the next night, Texas the next night. It's a lot of cocaine, a lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol, a lot of pills.
Wow.
A lot of things going on, man. So, yeah, Roddy Piper gone, Macho Man gone, Andre the Giant. Just, when you see guys like Hulk Hogan still looking sane, the Road Warriors gone.
Oh, yeah,
the
man.
Von Erichs, the whole family. Just only one of them left.
Road Warriors went like back-to-back years. You know what I mean?
Tough
Crazy
stuff, man, but definitely a major shout out to all of them guys who played a huge part in all of our childhoods, man. I couldn't imagine wrestling without, I couldn't imagine growing up without the WCW and the WWF, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the wrestling fans out there.
The Iron Sheik. Oh, man.
Iron Sheik, come on.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. The Iron Sheik.
That was one of the legends that in my era you had to know about the Iron Sheik.
All day.
And yo, he was great on Twitter. Like
he still
I
is
the Iron Sheik. Like
it might be somebody might just be like a.
It's not like how it was.
No, yes, and it's not him, obviously.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Iron Sheik, bro.
But yeah, man, let's
79 years old.
The Iron Sheik. Yeah, I could keep. I know you could keep on naming guys.
Come on. Yeah, I mean, I'm from the. I feel like one of the most killer eras of wrestling, man. The Raw era, bro. Yeah, I mean, it ruled our lives for a long
Monday Night
time.
Raw. I'm like, man, y'all. Even now,
I
still see guys my age, J.R. Bang and all of them guys. They be so into wrestling.
And I feel like for guys like that, I totally get it.
Me too.
You get into the storyline, and then even when you realize it's like made up,
it's
entertaining.
Yeah, it's just.
See now,
man, this is TV.
It sounds like you had a lot more wrestling because for a long time before SmackDown came on Thursday nights, it was just Mondays. You had Monday Night Raw, and then you had Sunday Night Heat, and that was it. You had Monday, and then you had to wait till Sunday, and Sunday Night Heat was like a watered down. You was gonna get like the B team of wrestlers, but you was still messing with that because it was WWF. You had to wait for Monday night. For everything.
Get it in.
You know what I mean?
No,
for everything.
It was WW. Like I said, WWF was Saturday morning. You got an hour of that. Then I told you about Saturday night's main event, and it used to be. I think it was like once every 2 months, and it would come on in place of Saturday Night Live.
Oh, okay.
So that lets you know how big of a spectacle that is because it was like all A+, matches. And then, like I said, Sunday morning was WCW. You get that from 10 to 12, and it was just nonstop action. And then, I think that was it. But we definitely got our share of wrestling, man. WWF and WCW was well worth the wait, man.
Definitely. I feel like we could talk about this all day, but
yeah.
You want to jump into a break, Esco?
Yeah, it's break time, man. We come back on the other side. I guess we can get into
a little something.
Yeah, I guess I don't want to call it real sports, but
now we gonna give respect to the guys,
man. Much respect to those guys, man. We got to be on another level to do that stuff.
We'll get into some local stuff, man. We'll get up to see what's going on with some of the talk of the town right now.
All right, let's do it, man. Esco, take us to break. You're on the soil with the bigs.
We all remember our life before COVID-19. The parades, the lakefront barbecues, taste of Chicago, the happy hours, and most importantly, loving those unforgettable moments with our friends and families. Getting Chicago vaccinated is what will make the activities we miss safe for everyone. So let's get back to it, Chicago. Let's come together to end this pandemic. Find your vaccine at chi.gov/COVIDvax.
Since 2018, nearly 3,000 tax credit scholarships have been awarded to Black students in Illinois to attend private schools that best fit their needs. Now, Governor Pritzker wants to slash this program. In a time of much uncertainty, we need greater equity in education for our families and children, not less. Call your state representative and senator and urge them to stand up for our kids and their future by supporting the Tax Credit Scholarship Program. For more information, visit empoweredillinois.org.
Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at The Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at The Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit sissytacobar.com for more info.
Reach the ruler. This is Week Ho Wednesday, and to my right is everybody's Women Crush Wednesday. My co-host, the one and only Toy. It goes, love this show, y'all. I'm dealing with a guy. We have been dating for 9 months. In light of everything going on in the world, he has been voicing his opinion about situations, and I don't agree with any of his views. I love everything else except his opinions.
Damn.
How do I fix this? FYI, he's white.
It's about to be a white boy summer.
So could that be the issue?
For sure. Just come out different when it's not coming from your own race. It's just never been something I'd be like, oh, I date Bill.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
I don't really like light-skinned guys. I don't like pink meat.
Pink, so like it's like you see it.
Pink tip, it be pink.
And then pink on the tip.
I don't like.
So have a light skinned guy have a dark tooth.
And then it look dirty, so it's nasty off to me.
So I
feel like it's supposed to be pink because they light skinned. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want it to be dark because then I'm gonna say you dirty.
WIFTVPN.
No bullshit at the pulpit with questions for the reverend, like why I gotta die to go to heaven, or are these lies and deception a sign of what's next to deny my progression to my soul through my spirit from my mind and my flesh? You be hard pressed to alter my perspective. It's reflective of my perception. All the lives and the tribes that's affected, dying quick, effects from environments neglected, disconnected, disrespected. This the same section we never invest in. Our own sales from our own shells, become owners on our own. They get on with our own help. Yeah, creators of our own world. Communicate, we accumulated our own wealth. Created in this image, so when I say it, I meant it. Do the science for yourself. My brothers and sisters, we ain't niggas and bitches. My brothers and sisters, we ain't niggas and bitches. Can you dig that though? And I put this on my mama, Black Madonna, Mother Earth, Mother Africa. I'm honored to be a part of where it started, selling Starburn through the stardust on my starship. My heartbeat is godly. I'm the light harnessed from the darkest part of darkness. Such a godsend. I teach my son to treat your daughter like a goddess. I teach my daughter to treat your son like a god king. I can never deny my fate. My melanated skin tells my story every day. Fortunately, my fortune awaits. Majority of the world, minority in the States. Yeah, we blossom from the concrete. The world copies what they see, then mocks my mystique. The possibilities impossible to see. The ways a Western man can match the prophets of the East. My brothers and sisters, we ain't niggas and bitches. My brothers and sisters, we ain't niggas and bitches. Young brother, young king, you're a genius. Young sister, young queen, supreme beings. All you have to do is believe it. All you gotta do is believe it. Young brother, young king, you're a genius. Young sister, young queen, supreme beings. All you gotta do is believe it.
Y'all niggas, and you gon' be niggas forever, just like us, niggas. You're not niggas.
Back on the soil.
The adorable Adrian Adonis.
Oh wow!
Shout out to the man. My bad. YouTube
dropping names on us. Yeah.
Do you hear the adorable Adrian Adonis, Joe?
That's a hell of a name, Joe.
Brutus the Barber Beef, dude. Brutus the Barber Beef, Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, Sergeant Slaughter.
He was on there.
Yes, sir.
Still looking like that same guy. When I saw Greg the Hammer Valentine, I said, "Oh man, dog, Greg the Hammer." He used to. The forearm to the head.
Oh, nah. Yeah.
You see, we're still talking wrestling, guys. Sorry.
I feel like that's like the Jerry West era of the NBA, like where the layups, where like you can get a highlight off of a layup. Like in the Raw era, you had to like your move had to really.
So this was James. So the Raw era was the James Harden.
Yeah, Joe. I told you how I felt about the leg drop from Hulk Hogan.
Man, the leg drop was it was the Hulkster, brother.
Yeah, I mean all of that.
When you hit him and then the last one he hit him and then he just. And then it was on, Joe, the Hulkster, man. Come on, man.
Shout out to the Hulkster because I watched a bunch of the movies. You know what I mean? I talk about The Rock going into the movies, but I remember watching.
Hulkster Macho Man kicked it off. Roddy Piper got into Hollywood before he came back to wrestling.
Definitely did. Was he in like Rambo or something?
He might have been.
I think he was.
Shout out Terry Hogan.
Of course. Shout out to the last name. You got to.
But
yeah, Gino.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at the comments on YouTube. Nick, Barry Windham, Booker T, Junkyard Dog, Mr. Wonderful.
Junkyard
Dog. That man, whoever, Daryl Roddy. Shout out to Daryl Roddy.
Booker T is part of it. Booker T is part. They doing.
I saw. That's what I'm saying. I saw his promo too.
So okay.
I think Daryl Roddy got the name of the day, man. Adrian Adonis.
Now who was that?
The adorable Adrian Adonis. He was a pretty boy. He wasn't fat, but he was a little, kind of a little tubby,
dude.
Little tubby. But yeah, he was like a pretty boy, man. He came to the ring, adorable.
I'm adorable, fam.
I don't know who. Ravishing Rick Rude might have been the man used to. Hey, the man had a 12-pack, a 6-pack. No, this man had a 12-pack.
Swole, okay.
And then he used to come out. Hey, Esco, Amar used to hit you
with the mustache and the bow tie.
Yes, sir. And that man would come out and hit you.
Dale's action.
Oh man, yeah. We could have a whole week's worth of shows talking about wrestling, man.
I feel like we're lighthearted because of the Bears, Esco. I feel like we don't have too much to be mad at on this Monday. Like we can just talk about wrestling and not talk about how the Bears effed up the draft. So,
Mr. T. Boosie said Mr. T wasn't he a wrestler first? Well, actually, he was a bodyguard.
He was,
but he did make an appearance. Remember, because the Macho Man, or was it Roddy Piper? It was Roddy Piper because he was into it with Hulk Hogan.
Because I remember the face to face.
Yeah. That's when it started to be.
Yeah, it started evolving.
Wasn't Mr. T a ref?
No, he was just a part of once they started to bring the entertainment factor. And it's like Vince McMahon was like, look, we need to make this thing bigger.
It's like Hogan versus Mr. T.
The A-Team. Remember the A-Team was Mr. T was like the biggest star in TV in the Americas back then. So it's like, let's implement Mr. T into the WWF. And I don't think Roddy Piper was really feeling that.
Oh, wow.
So they had kind of got into it. Yeah, it was a whole thing about him.
I'm looking at the pics of them now coming down the hallway together. Yeah, man. Mr. You see, now this for me was Mike Tyson. But Mike Tyson was in DX for a month.
I never knew that.
With Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
Okay.
And I think they fought Stone Cold at WrestleMania one year, bruh.
Okay.
And that was
Do you remember what your first WrestleMania, you know which one it was?
I think it was that one. It was the WrestleMania where it was Stone Cold.
You don't remember the number?
I don't remember the number. I got I know I got all kind of memorabilia. Like I got a Heartbreak Kid biker glove. I got a Stone Cold wallet with the wrestling with the WrestleMania Roman numeral on the back, and I got a tee that it was like a radio promotion. They were giving it away, and I got it at the time. But yeah, bruh.
I'm looking at the comments. I see, bro. He said it was Hogan and Mr. T versus Mr. Wonderful and Roddy Piper.
Yeah, I can't see it. Yeah, they got them coming down in the same hallway. So yeah,
Jake the Snake pulled Rick Rude's tights down on Saturday night's main event. I remember that. Do you remember when Jake the Snake pulled out the snake and it bit the Macho Man?
Oh wow, what?
Pulled out the snake. Because Jake used to come to the ring with the snake in the bag and then put the bag right at ringside. And then, he got, I don't know what happened. He had Randy's Macho Man Savage in the corner on a turnbuckle and pulled out the snake. And the snake, like, bit his shoulder. Like,
you like, this ain't in the act, fam.
Like, bro, what is, this is crazy.
Nah. The most bizarre thing, this is how, like, movie, like, the wrestling or the Raw era got. Remember Kurt Angle?
Kurt Angle, definitely.
He was the Olympian. And he had the big USA angle.
Definitely.
And you drink your milk. This is the got milk days. He's like, you drink your milk for the body, And so this man Stone Cold came and instead of like pouring beer on this dude, unloaded like a milk fire hydrant on this dude and was spraying with milk for like 5 minutes, dog. It's like I pissed myself when I was I'm like, gee, this is great. I went in on Tuesday like, it's Stone Cold, you will play that. Yeah, all of that, gee. So
we don't play that.
Oh, gee, it was if you wasn't with the rattlesnake, once we got the Thule, it was hardcore match time. Like we was gonna throw you into some lockers or through a table, like. And me, I had my bro, so we was a tag. First of all, I should precursor this by saying,
y'all was a tag team, Joe.
It was a real. We treated it like a real life, like wrestling.
Yeah, Joe. It's like he was a part of WWF.
We followed the storyline and
took it on the road.
The matches got violent. You know what I mean? I told you it got to a point where they had to ban all kind of wrestling at Thule. It was like, y'all can't do none of these moves because we were actually like putting people through tables. You know what I mean? Like we were actually like, Devon, get the table. And we would get a table and like DDT you through the table and get in trouble for it. So yeah, Raw, it was serious around us. So I got actual like images of my cousins like being helicoptered through the air, like rag dolls like through the air, and I'm like, oh yeah, we played with fire back then.
I see Robin Patrice Janessa, she said, remember when Jake the Snake got blinded? I was tight. I definitely remember that.
Blinded?
Yes, I remember that. It was Rick Martel. I remember this specifically. Rick Martel sprayed him with some cologne. I remember that. It might have been WrestleMania. If I'm not mistaken, that might have been like WrestleMania 6 or something.
In the ring, it
yes,
was like
it sprayed Jake the Snake and blinded the fool, Joe. Like,
yes,
the storylines were extra wild.
Can you see them in the back writing the storyline?
But a lot of the guys came up with those storylines
themselves.
Like Roddy Piper. He said he used Jake. Ricky Steamboat said when him and the Macho Man's match, he said they went over their match. They had like those yellow notepads. He said they had like 4 pages of notepads, and they had like every move scripted they had like 100. The match was 160 moves, and they had them scripted 1, 2, 3, all the way through 160. And they said they would test each other. Like Ricky the Dragon was like, man, I would go to like move 37, and I would be like, okay, Savage, move 37 is me throwing you off the ropes and doing the hip flexor. Now, what's 38 through 50? And then he like, Macho Man would go, 38 is this, 39 is this, 40 is this. And he was like, they rehearsing until they had it down to a T.
That's insane, bro. I remember the first time I got an idea of that's how they got down, like whispering in each other's ear, like, I'm about to send you off the ropes.
Yep.
One of the first reality shows I got into, it was like an MTV reality show called like Next Up or like King of the Ring or something. And Al Snow, do you remember Al Snow?
Name sounds familiar.
He used to have a mannequin and hit people with the mannequin head. That was his finishing move. But he was the host of that. And
long hair.
Yeah, long hair, like the rocker hair kind of look, like the headbanger kind of look. And he was the host, and he took it so serious, like the way he used to teach the moves. I'm like, gee, wrestling is serious. Like,
oh,
you will get hurt out here not paying attention.
You will, but that's the thing. They were actually hurting each other.
Yeah, they was getting
maybe
hurt
not
out
to the
there.
Fullest extent.
Oh no!
But it was
you
fake to
us. Leave feeling good.
No,
you know what I mean?
at all. And like we talked about at the beginning of the show, the technique is all about learning the technique and the mechanics. It's just like anything. In order to perfect it, you have to have the perfect technique and the perfect mechanics to execute these things.
Speaking of perfect mechanics, and I feel like wrestling even today. I mean, we just seen Snoop jump off of the top rope, but see,
Bad Bunny.
Here's one, yeah.
Bad Bunny was.
That's what I was about to bring up. Let's go to a decent aspect of wrestling right now. They got a belt called the Anytime Champion, and first of all, anybody can be that champion.
Is this WWE?
This is WWE.
Okay.
Anybody can be the champion.
How?
And it's on the line at any time. You can lose it at any time. That's how Bad Bunny got.
That's why they're pulling up and hitting it and just
exactly
taking it?
Like he can just
Bad
be
Bunny
chilling.
is the champ now.
Yeah, well, he was the champ. Somebody like stole off of him at WrestleMania, and he lost the belt. Yeah, I mean,
did they pin him?
Yeah, you got to get pinned and all of that. But it's
Bad Bunny is
champion.
the anytime champ.
Yes, Joe. Like he ran up on somebody on the champ before him and won, and got like straight up just ran behind the mug.
I think dude got knocked out, and they were just like, get on him.
He had the belt. You know what I mean? So
I saw that on Instagram.
I thought that was creative. You know what I mean? When I saw that he was a champion, I'm like, okay, they got one. This is a decent way.
Physical, it's acting at the same time.
He actually had to like bust a move, you know?
Man.
The move that he lost, his anytime belt on, Joe, was one of the, like, he had to train.
Champ.
He got flipped through the air and pinned.
Who was this?
This is Bad Bunny.
Okay.
Like, it was dope. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, he snapped with this one.
I'm looking at, bro, more names that we are just Lex Luger.
Oh, Lex Luger, Joe. Come on, I had the action figure.
Another guy that's probably top 5 that we are really bogus for not bringing up till now. The Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, come on, the Ultimate Warrior.
That man was on so many drugs.
Oh, yeah.
That man used to sprint to the ring, fly through the ropes, and just get right to business,
so
man.
Red.
Man, he used to get
red.
That man used to get right on business, bro. He was running so fast down to the ring, he'd slide in through the ring and he would just get right to business, Joe.
That man, that was the culture. You know what I mean? Them dudes was turned up out off the ring. You know what I mean?
Man,
Jesse Ventura.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah, man. He was on, they was talking about him on one of the news channels because, he was governor of Minnesota.
Yep.
And they put him in the same conversation with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Caitlyn Jenner and all of that, celebrity governors.
Caitlyn Jenner's
she's running,
he.
Yeah, she's running.
He, Joe.
She's allegedly.
Okay.
Has a exploratory committee. I think she is.
Because they're trying to get the current governor. They're trying to recall him as governor because he enforced COVID rules. And this, of course, you see how this is turning into a straight couch conversation. Yeah. But so they like, you made us wear masks. We want you out of there. And Caitlyn Jenner is like trying to catch the tears before they fall and swoop in. You know what I mean? But I don't know if that's gonna happen. But
hey, man,
Jesse Ventura made it real.
When we come back on Wednesday, everybody that's in the comments right now, everybody on YouTube, Twitter, all these, or Facebook, I need everybody. Oh, this man said Captain Lou Albano.
That's a new one to me.
Oh, that's old school. He used to come in the ring with the beard, with the rubber bands tied around. He wasn't a wrestler. He was like a manager. He was like a special. Then the managers.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby the Brain Heenan, Mr. Fuji,
Mr. Fuji.
Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer.
Jimmy the Mouth of the South.
Come on, the Mouth of the South, bro. Now, that was my guy.
Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, Joe, come with the glasses every time, with the hair made the same way, though. But Paul Bearer and the Undertaker, you can't beat that.
Paul Bearer was A1.
With the pale makeup, with the purple eyes, and the shaking as he's talking about it. The Undertaker used to actually spook us,
the Undertaker was a dog. What you mean?
The lights go off and then you hear that ding.
The man used to have his pupils in the top of his head. Like, what?
Look, come on. Stop playing.
Let's go. You need a raise.
That is like real talk, a super throwback. Like, I just feel like I'm in the 80s now.
Oh, man. Robin Janessa. Brother Love.
Oh, Brother Love. Yes, sir. Ha, ha, ha.
The Big Boss Man.
Oh, now him and Undertaker, had a legendary match, Hell in a Cell. Remember that one? And Boss Man got thrown, another cat that Undertaker threw from the top of the cell. He threw Big Boss Man off of the cell.
Okay.
That was, yeah.
King Kong Bundy.
I mean,
oh, wow.
The theme song.
The theme songs used to be off the chain.
That's a whole nother, we can do a top 10 favorite.
The Macho Man, I think the Macho Man had the illest.
The illest intro?
I think it fit him perfectly.
I feel like, at least for me, it's a 3-way tie at the top. It's Stone Cold. It's The Rock, because come on, do you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Yeah, that's a.
But then the DX though.
Macho Man, you like.
Come on, Joe.
Oh man. Wednesday.
Homework
I
assignment
need everybody.
Time.
I need your top 5 wrestlers of all time. Now I need you to do the research, man, because again, there's still 20 to. Oh, there you go.
Yes. Come on. You just see him walking with the neck movements, with the vest on. Yeah, and then you got to stand on the on the top rope.
I'm pretty sure there are 20 to 25 good names that we haven't even mentioned right now. So I'm gonna need everybody to go do their homework. And when we come back here Wednesday, I need everybody in the comments, come back, jump down on the soil, and I need y'all to put your top 5 wrestlers of all time in the comments. Do your research, sit back, go back in time, feel the nostalgia, and I need your top 5 wrestlers of all time on Wednesday. Now I know, depending on the era, a lot of the people in the
it's gonna be a wide range.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting, and I want to see the names that we've forgotten, because I feel like we've named a bunch.
Oh yeah.
But I know there's so many names that we
are
forgetting to give the props to. So top 5 wrestlers of all time Wednesday on the soil. We need the comments.
Oh, Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon.
Yes.
Come on. That's what I'm saying. Razor Ramon, Joe.
Y'all had a special era, G. Like, y'all definitely had the OGs. Y'all had the originators. Like, all the guys that the guys I grew up on.
That's what I'm saying. They had the blueprint, and right, and could add to it and create a new character. Oh, man.
Y'all had actual jams. Like, I feel like I just heard this on the radio or something. Like, who is this?
Boosie said, all mine gonna be black.
Sound like a Billy Ocean song.
That's what I was gonna say, or some New Edition coming or something. Well, I guess we can take our last break of the day.
Let's do it.
And then we come back on the other side. I guess let's talk Bears, man. Let's talk about the rest of the draft they had.
Oh, we can do that.
And yeah, I know they drafted a wide receiver, named after Daz from the Dog Pound.
And you know what's funny? Because, of course, as soon as I saw Daz, I'm thinking Daz Dillinger. I ain't know till later that he's actually named after Daz Dillinger.
Yes.
That's dope.
Esco, take us to break. You're on the soil with the Bigs.
We all remember our life before COVID-19. The parades, the lakefront barbecues, taste of Chicago, the happy hours, and most importantly, loving those unforgettable moments with our friends and families. Getting Chicago vaccinated is what will make the activities we miss safe for everyone. So let's get back to it, Chicago. Let's come together to end this pandemic. Find your vaccine at chi.gov/COVIDvax.
Since 2018, nearly 3,000 tax credit scholarships have been awarded to Black students in Illinois to attend private schools that best fit their needs. Now, Governor Pritzker wants to slash this program. In a time of much uncertainty, we need greater equity in education for our families and children, not less. Call your state representative and senator and urge them to stand up for our kids and their future by supporting the Tax Credit Scholarship Program. For more information, visit empoweredillinois.org.
Day one. Yes, sir, I like that sound right there, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of inspirational. It's like everybody got a goal. They're trying to reach or alive. They're trying to live, man. There's be bumps in the road. You just got to keep pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? If it don't kill you, it make you strong. You know what I'm saying? My story right here. Yeah. It takes a special kind of mind to grind and work from the bottom and climb up the ladder of success in time. It doesn't matter what the test is, every step is another level till I step in at the next in line, no question. I'm considered one of the best, my whole life invested in, holding mics and sketching rhymes, you guessed it. I'm on mine, still restless, yes, even pressed up my records on my own dime. As many battles I blew breath in, and open mics I blessed. I'll never be labeled an overnight success, passing out CDs, doing shows for free, then dabbing Bo to E so that my soul could speak over these soulful beats that's so cold to me. Like the breeze in the shower, we be posted deep. All the prices that I paid, the sacrifices I made, it'll all come to life one day, someday. Just be patient, man. Bumps the road ain't nothing. Rotate, nothing stopping us. Check it out. Look, I remember it like yesterday, trying to get my record played at a radio station where they play hits for days. Having a conversation with this lady I'm facing while she making a statement made for me. She said, look, it's too many words in your hook. You need to work on your look. For what it's worth, I never took her words personal. But at first I wasn't certain though if she knew my words are personal and not just verses and books. Until the curtain closes, this is my version of what I know. Learning in first person till I blow, and still I know how it feels to know I'm the deal. Did you still feel like a deal is just right, or a deal just might still add to my appeal? But they won't know I'm real till I touch my first million, right? I'ma chill till my bars is felt and play my hand with the cards I'm dealt, and that's the plan till it's solved itself. Yo, it's damn near impossible to shop music without lots of loot to maneuver and make moves with. So I stay in tune with my pursuit. Fuck trying to recoup, I'm trying to juke and move units. The truth is, I'm used to excuses dudes give like you can. Do what I do, food and prove it. Walk in my shoes then. I'm used to goofy producers and cools that try to misuse you quick. Why you got it confused? If you think it's about groupie chicks and interviews in a mix, it ain't got ghouly, but I truly got the tools to overcome obstacles, including this music biz. I'ma shine like jewels, unlike these Rubik's Cube dudes with all this woo-woo-woo when they spit. Mick Luda is the future, so get used to this. It's day one, not a crew or clique. It's a new beginning.
Chicago, Justin Fields here. Excited to be a part of the organization, and I'm ready to get to work. Bear down.
Justin Fields, y'all, the newest Chicago Bear.
What a professional, Esco.
Oh, come on, yeah. The little details I feel like matter most, Esco. I love it.
But wrestling raised me.
Yeah, come on. Let them know. Gino, though, man, like, Esco. Like, I want y'all to feel me right now.
I feel you, brother. I told you.
Look at us. Who would have thought?
You Dolo T struck again. I think
I was just fed up, Gino. I was a fed up.
I mean,
Bears
but
fan.
you talked it. You spoke it into existence because you all during the kickoff kickback. This is all we talked about. It's like the Bears have to
so negative.
I mean,
but the Bears were very negative. There was a lot of negative things going on.
So I felt like Ryan Pace knew what time it was, and it's like we said, we made it a race thing. It's obvious. Bears haven't had a black quarterback since Vince Evans. Yeah, we had Campbell,
and that was only that was like not too long ago. What was that?
Vince Evans, he was drafted in 77.
Yeah, it's only been two drafted black quarterbacks in the history.
So It was time. And again, we just want.
I thought she died.
We just want to really. Herb said on our text that night. Herb said that lady must have died. I said, Herb.
Oh,
come on,
she's alive and well in reality. Yes,
she.
They may have snuck this one through under the door. Yeah.
She like
Justin
Fields. She don't know.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah, Justin Fields. Yeah.
The Andy Dalton. He got a suntan. Yeah.
Vacation.
But yeah, we just wanted a good quarterback.
Period.
Just so happened that this Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields have been fighting for 1 and 2 since they were in high school.
Yeah. And you know how recruiting goes. You know who those top guys are going to be.
Right.
Even, years before the draft actually happens,
And Trevor Lawrence, he had a really good career at Clemson, but Justin Fields is a guy who never lost.
Never in the Big Ten, man. And has the attributes, the wins. And after listening to the press conference, Esco, I feel like he has the mentality.
Did you know he has epilepsy?
No, I didn't. I don't know much about Justin Fields.
Yes, he has epilepsy, but he said it's never interfered and it's never been a problem in his sports life. All his coaches have said the same thing. But then again, when you think about it, this is a guy who had offers from Harvard.
Yeah, man.
So that says a lot of, again, we talk
obviously
about.
Obviously a smart dude.
We talk about leadership. Obviously, he has the physical qualities and the physical capability, 6'3", 230, 4'5", 40, 69 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, never lost in the Big Ten.
Wow, bro.
Beat Clemson in the college football playoffs. All of these things to warrant him as one of the best quarterbacks. But when we talk about leadership, again, this is a guy who spearheaded the movement to get Big Ten football back into play this year. So put all those things together. Thank you, San Francisco 49ers, for taking Trey Lance. Thank you, whoever the second squad, the Jets, for taking Zach from BYU.
Y'all snap. Thank you.
Thank you. we appreciate Justin Fields. And then he touched down on the soil the very next day. He was standing in front of Soldier Field.
Come on, G, home now. Let's go. This is the crib now, Justin.
And I officially welcomed him. It's just not official until the Bigs sends you a tweet and welcome you. So I told Justin Fields, welcome to the soil, Joe.
It's time to get down on the soil.
It's time to get down on the soil. But with that being said, the Bears.
Run through the picks real quick. Then I got a question for you, G.
Yeah, man. Round 2, number 39 overall, offensive tackle from Oklahoma State, Tevin Jenkins.
They called him the meanest offensive tackle in all of college football.
I saw a couple of analysts saying that he fell further than they thought he would have, due to, like we talked about, depending on what college and what conference you play in, there's certain schemes that you're more catered to than others. So I guess they felt like maybe him, transitioning into the pro scheme may take him a while, but I feel like he can come fit right in with us.
They said that he's a very good run blocker and that he can come into the league and make an impact now. The issue was that they didn't have a lot of video on him when it comes to pass blocking.
Okay.
And, I feel like in college, like you said, his scheme, they'll make it look like pass blocking, but, it's all kind of schemes that you can mask it up and it'll be something different. You may be run blocking for a pass, that kind of thing. But you see they let Charles Leno Jr. go.
And they had let Bobby Massey go,
and
right?
They let Bobby Massey go. So they're clearing the way for this guy to come in and be, a starter off the bat. They said this guy could have been a first-round starter in the draft. Guys can just kind of seep through the cracks. Somebody get picked a little earlier. Somebody got to drop, Yep. So if this is and then again, the Bears traded up to get this dude. So this is a guy that they wanted and coveted. And obviously, you trade up to get him. This is a guy you're serious about. So in the first two rounds, bro, they may have gotten 2 starters.
Round 5, number 151 overall, Larry Borum, another offensive tackle from Missouri. So.
Now, they said this guy was, in the 5th round, they got a guy that was technically sound, like fundamentally sound. So I guess that's what you look for in the later rounds.
He played both tackle and guard at Missouri.
Okay.
So he'll enter the league as a reserve, but the Bears hope he develops into more.
Of course. So Up next is our guy, right?
No, round 6, number 217, Khalil Herbert, a running back from Virginia Tech.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I saw that they said this dude was nifty. His highlight reel was busting. You know what I mean? So add another running back to this two-headed monster. They signed Damian Williams for the Kansas City Chiefs earlier this offseason.
So to add them with Tariq
and David Montgomery. And what's interesting is I want to see how they use Tariq. Like, are they going to use him as like an exclusive pass-catching running back? Because if you add this new dude, this new cat, then you got 3 runners right there. I'm thinking Tariq is going to be featured as a receiver.
Okay.
With a quarterback that can actually do something,
It's time to open up the offense, man.
Yes, sir.
Time to open it up. Next, round 6, pick number 221, Daz Newsome, the wide receiver from North Carolina.
Daz Newsome, and yes, like Daz as in Daz Dillinger. This man's parents named him after Daz Dillinger.
Shout out to Pops. Shout out to Pops.
He knows what was up, G. So from North Carolina, G, another cat whose highlight tape drew, G, this dude is fast. And it's always interesting because I'm like, okay, now why is this dude a 6th rounder and not like a 2nd rounder? Because this man's highlight tape was unbelievable. He's stopping after going full speed and taking off again. I'm like, gee, okay, now this looks like a guy that's going to go right into the slot and be a kick returner.
I was going to say, a position that since Cordero is gone, he'll definitely get to see some action on special teams and then be able to work his way into the slot and maybe become one of Justin Fields' underrated options out there. So.
Trying to tell you, man. And don't forget, I feel like Devin Hester, and no, he's not. Like, I'm not saying he's Devin Hester, but this is, Devin Hester came in the later rounds.
Right.
You can find you a diamond in the rough.
Real talk.
And I like the name, so we'll go there. Shout out to Daz.
And the last 2 picks, round 6, number 228, Thomas Graham Jr., a cornerback from Oregon. We know they just released Kyle Fuller. They did sign Desmond Trufant. But, it's nothing like adding a young player, letting him go through OTAs, training camp, seeing him rise through the ranks, man. So let's see what this young guy has to offer the defense.
100%, man. You needed some cornerback depth. That's probably one of the weaker areas on the team after they addressed the quarterback, which I think was the biggest need.
It's a good situation to be walking into.
100%, man. Cornerback, they needed it.
Last pick, round 7, number 250, Kairos Tonga. He's a defensive tackle from BYU. Never hurts to add some more depth at the nose.
Go ahead and address the defense after the offense got there, the first serving, you know?
The D was, I would say, good this year. They had their spurts where they looked huff sometimes, but most of the times they held it down. We lacked offensive stability most of the time, so I get a defense the benefit of the doubt.
And you know how I feel. You know what I mean? When it comes to defense, it's an energy thing, and you're not gonna have much energy when you when it's a huff quarterback on the other side of the field. So
True.
I told you, I'm totally expecting guys like Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, Danny Trevathan.
And y'all talk about Eddie Goldman coming back.
Oh, Eddie Goldman was a missing piece last year. He's going to be fresh. But, yeah, I feel like it's going to be some fountain of youth action going. We're going to see a rejuvenated defense with a guy like Justin Fields on the other side. Which brings me to the question real quick. Got to ask you, do you start Justin Fields week 1?
I told you start. Why not? And I understand why not. But if you prepare this guy, Matt Nagy, because you haven't proven anything yet.
Yeah, he has been seen that real quick. That's been my favorite part of the last few days, going back and looking at Matt Nagy in pictures with Justin Fields, and he was totally like eyeing Justin Fields like everybody. He'd be kind of like looking at Justin Fields out the corner of his eye like this was his guy. You know what I mean? He pretty like Ryan Pace, fam. Don't even answer for Virginia today. Go get my guy,
Go
fam.
get my guy. No, and that's real. That's why I said Matt Nagy. Now let's see what you got, bro. And I think with the skills that this guy already possesses, I think he has the necessary toolery to be a starting quarterback week 1. Like, let him go through OTAs, let him go through training camp, let him learn the system. Did you hear about the sports psychologist who has tested over 6,500 players since 2012,
yes,
and Justin
sir.
Fields tested the highest
yes, sir.
in IQ?
Yes, bro. Real talk, that's everything I want to be said about your franchise quarterback. You know what I mean? I feel like
there's no reason we start Andy Dalton week 1, bro.
I keep trying to see why we would start Andy Dalton. I'm like, no, I don't care about that $10 million.
Man, please.
I don't care that he's a vet. You can go ahead and do your thing on the sideline with the clipboard. Respect to Andy Dalton. This is, I feel like he's going to end his career here. But the Bears drafted a franchise quarterback, a guy who most of the league is saying could start now. A lot of people saying is the second best quarterback out of this draft. And honestly, I haven't really given my thoughts on Trevor Lawrence because he said some things leading up to the draft. I feel like if Justin Fields said it,
there would have been some.
It would, yeah. We would debate. We'd be talking about this dude as a late first rounder. You know what I mean? And the Bears may not have had to trade up to get this dude.
And the Red Rifle can kick rocks.
Oh, yeah, come on. You had your time. We seen all you had in Cincinnati, and we saw your last drop. We saw the last drop of what you had in Dallas last season. It's cool. You can just throw on the jersey, you know what I mean, and bear down. If you got the jersey, we gonna rep you. So, yeah, shout out to Andy Dalton, who was talking that starter talk a few weeks ago, but now things have changed.
And with
it
that
was
being
all good a week ago.
With that being said, we got the brothers now.
The brothers, the guys. So come on.
Herb and 2. I said what I said. Intellectual thuggery at its absolute finest. Coming up next, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on the network, 1 to 3 p.m. But before we get out of here, man, we got to give today's word of the day. Esco, you ready?
Drop it on us, Gino.
Today's word of the day. Herb, Whitney Young, you listening? Today's word of the day. Imprimatur.
Imprimatur.
Imprimatur. Imprimatur.
Imprimatur.
It's a noun. Its origin is Latin. I don't know anybody that speaks Latin. Do y'all?
Imprimatur.
Nah, don't know anyone that speaks Latin.
Nah.
It's mid-17th century. A person's acceptance or guarantee that something is of a good standard. An official license by the Roman Catholic Church to print a religious book. So we just gonna leave out. We're gonna leave that second definition. We're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna stick with the first one in singular. A person's acceptance or guarantee that something is of a good standard. I'm gonna leave this one to UT.
I rolled up some black truffle last night, and it was of imprimatur quality.
Spoken like a genius.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Take us home, Gino.
And on that note, man,
Well done.
you have just rocked out with the brothers on the soil. Now, I gave y'all a homework assignment. Don't come back here Wednesday talking about your dog ate your paper.
I got my 5 in my head already, Gino.
Well, I need you to marinate on it because I'm pretty sure you might have to go back.
You're right.
No,
but I got to marinate on it because I got to do some digging to make sure I pay some respects to my era,
Wednesday, top 5 wrestlers of all time on Wednesday's edition of On the Soil. I need all the family members on YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, whatever social media advice you rocking with. I need you guys to come flood the comment section Wednesday with your top 5 wrestlers of all time. Got it? All right, man. With that being said, for myself, for my player partner T-Tom,
what up?
For the great Esco holding us down behind the boards.
The coldest.
Hey, man, show love, spread love, stay away from the haters, circulate the dollar with your people. But most importantly, man, always, always keep it player, man.
Quick birthday shout out. 2 of my favorite ladies, Dior, Celeste. I love y'all. Happy
Celeste,
birthday.
I see Celeste get the birthday wishes from Larry and the Kima this morning.
Yes, man.
Happy birthday, Celeste. Happy birthday, Dior, cuz. And with that being said, man, we going to get out of here. But before we go, in the words of the great Chad Butler, known to y'all as Pimp C. And Pimp C is not sorry for none of his lyrics, Hove.
At all. The Pimp.
In the famous words of the Pimp, Esco, get off the boo-boo.
It's us.
Hold up, man, you know what I'm saying? So I be telling these niggas, man, shit in the game, man. Shit,
Tell 'em,
real.
done.